right, folks, we are back here on WLTH 1370M. That is 92.7 in the FM dial. It's almost time for me to get out of here, folks. But before I go, we've got some good news.
There is a light for the blind man, a sound for deaf ears. There's riches for forgotten souls that have nothing left to give. There is freedom from bondage for those who can't break free. This is the gospel of Jesus, and it's good news. Let us remember we have good news. We won't hide it in the shadows. We will light up the truth. Tell everybody what he's done for you. Shout it from the rooftops. We've got good news. Hey!
Yes, we've got good news. Alzheimer's, dementia, these are ailments that have affected so many people in our lives. And for many years, it has seemed like the fight against these monsters were perilous. And people have been trying to figure out exactly where they could look to find any solutions whatsoever. Well, science, according to the National Institution of Health, are looking towards mushrooms. Yes, and other psychedelics, possibly, as being at least a part of the key on how to maybe treat in the near future these debilitating ailments, particularly psilocybin, which is found in mushrooms. These psychedelics appear to increase the neuroplasticity of the brain, which is the brain's ability to form and reorganize neural connections. Laboratory studies are showing that psychedelics are actually promoting growth of dendrites, synapses, and neural networks. Now, this is important because Alzheimer's particularly destroys synapses and neural connections. Memory loss, cognitive decline are also closely aligned with this loss as well. Treatments that help the brain build or preserve connections could potentially slow the decline or improve function. They've also found that psilocybin may reduce inflammation because obviously inflammation damages neurons. It may worsen amyloid and tau pathology. Reducing inflammation could help protect brain tissue. It may also, listen to this, be used to help treat depression and anxiety in the future. Depression, anxiety, apathy, and emotional distress are common in Alzheimer patients, especially in the early stages. Psilocybin has shown significant benefits for treatment-resistant depression and end-of-life anxiety in other patient groups. This matters because many Alzheimer patients suffer not only from memory problems, but from depression, social withdrawal, fear of the future, and loss of motivation. A treatment that improves the mood could meaningfully improve the quality of life, even if it does not directly reverse dementia. Okay? These things also have shown some promise in improving the brain network function. Okay? If psilocybin helps restore communication along brain regions, it could potentially improve cognition or slow network deterioration. Now, I'm just saying, don't get ahead of yourself. Alzheimer's cannot be cured with psilocybin. That is not what they're saying. And, it's not saying that, dementia is going to be reversed by this, but we are saying that there is hope that these things are creating a pathway to a cure. And I want you to listen to this from this video. It's a few minutes on this very topic. Very exciting situation.
We're looking at the absolute frontiers of brain health today. So, could psychedelics actually treat Alzheimer's disease? Sounds wild, right? Let's unpack this unexpected medical question. Right now, about 6.9 million older Americans live with this. That's a truly massive scale of hardship.
The disease literally damages the brain through amyloid plaques, tau tangles, and just devastating neuronal death.
But hey, a totally unexpected frontier is opening up to fight this. Yep, curious psychedelic research.
The absolute key here, neuroplasticity. It's basically your brain's amazing ability to rewire itself and form new connections.
Now, psilocybin and DMT are super distinct compounds. They have totally unique therapeutic interactions inside the brain.
When you take psilocybin, your body actually converts it to psilocin, which specifically targets the 5-HT2A receptor.
Early studies are wild. They suggest it promotes neuroplasticity, cuts down neuroinflammation, and might actually preserve cognitive function. Moving on, DMT uniquely targets something called the sigma-1 receptor. It manages really crucial cellular signaling. In models, DMT shows this super promising ability to restore cellular crosstalk and literally boost neurogenesis.
Well, let's pivot from microscopic neuroscience to a very real, tangible community resource right in Denver, Colorado.
Thanks to Prop 122, Lyman Support Centers operate strictly in an educational, non-commercial context with harm reduction support.
Right, so that's from Lyman talking about the potential in the near future of treating things like Alzheimer's and dementia with psilocybin and other form of psychedelics. If future trials are successful, psilocybin-based therapies may be used to improve dementia, improve depression, reduce anxiety, increase neuroplasticity, reduce inflammation, and improve social engagement and support brain network health. This is extremely exciting. Check out the National Institute of Health. Like, they have a lot of these type of studies out there. The NIH does a very good job. And we have a population that's getting older. And unfortunately, we don't have the type of social safety net that other countries have. So a lot of people are going into older age with a lot of ailments that you just don't see in much of the world, unfortunately, in other first world countries at least. So this is very, very exciting. And, hopefully if you have people in your lives that are dealing with these ailments, hopefully it gives you some level of hope and promise, because I know that these things can seem like the heaviest thing in the world, like there's no hope whatsoever. Hopefully you can gain some level of hope and do your own research. I always encourage people, do your research, ask questions, ask doctors if you have to. Hey, anything can help. Anything helps in this case. And stay strong. Stay strong. People suffering from it, and the family members and friends of people suffering from these type of neurological disorders. Please keep the faith. Keep the faith, everybody. That's the best thing we can all do.